What is the pause and why is it important? My name is Serena and I'm a Somatic Educator and Mindfulness Coach. And today we're going to talk about the pause. So what is the pause? Well, the pause is what it sounds like. It's taking a moment to pause. Really, you could call it a stop, but a pause feels a little more accessible, a little shorter. But the pause is the space between the stimulus and your response. So the stimulus is literally anything that activates you. Anything, it could be a person, it could be something that happened, like it could be the light changing, right? The stimulus can be really anything that rouses a reaction, rouses some kind of activity. So stimulus is anything that rouses some kind of activity or reaction in you. So we want to create some space between that stimulus and your response so that you're not having to habitually react to whatever is activating you. So if we are looking to bring about any kind of change in our lives, there's an argument that we need to learn how to practice creating space between stimulus and response. Because if we want to change our behavior in any way, or our lives in any way really, if we believe that our lives change first from a change in our behavior, then we have to find a way to no longer respond just from that habitual, automated, reactive place. This can be really overwhelming when we're thinking of big life changes. So the practice of playing with this pause in very small moments, in safe experiences throughout your day, and paying attention to your body in those moments can be really powerful for building your ability to take time in those bigger moments. So my argument here is that if you're looking to change, to grow, learning to maybe say no to things that you don't really want to say yes to, but you maybe habitually say yes to out of an automated response. So learning to say no and learning how to set boundaries. That takes practice. And you don't want to just jump into the big heavy stuff in your life. So I encourage you to practice the pause in smaller moments. And I'll tell you how to do that. So pick one small thing in your day. This could be brushing your teeth, or maybe when you drink your water bottle, maybe every time you open your refrigerator door. Something small, but something you do every day, a little bit. And it doesn't have a huge activation with it, right? Something that's maybe a little boring, like I said, like brushing your teeth. So we'll play with that idea. And instead of just picking up your toothbrush and immediately going into how you brush your teeth, you're going to take a little bit of time with it. And this may feel silly at first, may feel like, oh, why am I doing this? But again, it's about practicing a pause in this small place, in this safe place where the stakes are really low, so that you can feel that sensation in your body and trust that you can find a little more space, find that pause when things are more intense, when you're looking at bigger changes in your life. So before you grab that toothbrush, take a moment to pause. Can you notice your feet on the floor? Can you make a point to notice all of your points of contact? I mean, maybe you're not just feet on the floor, but maybe you're leaning your pelvis into the bathroom sink. Or maybe you have one hand resting on the sink. Maybe you're leaning back on the door frame. None of these things are wrong. We're just paying attention to where those points of support, those points of contact are. And notice if your arm is already reaching for the toothbrush. Can you let that go and give yourself a little space? Don't worry, I won't make you stay here for too long. But notice all your points of support, probably your feet on the ground. And I'm going to give you some things to think about while you're brushing your teeth. They're going to feel unrelated, but it's about thinking of yourself as a whole and thinking of your body while doing something that is very minimally challenging. So feet on the ground, and I want you to think of your head resting on the top of your spine, way up there, quite a distance from your feet. And imagine your skull resting on the top of your spine. And you may think that ends at the top of your neck, but your head actually rests all the way up the top of your spine, which comes up almost behind the eyes. So allow your head to rest a little higher. And ask yourself, can my neck be a little more free right now? Just a little bit. Great. And if nothing happens, if you don't feel any sensation, that's fine. We're just taking a moment to pay attention. And ask yourself, can my neck be just a little more free in this moment? And see what happens. And as you go to pick up your toothbrush, go ahead, pick it up. Can you feel the texture of your toothbrush? Can you feel that in your fingertips? Maybe you have a plastic toothbrush and you feel the smoothness, maybe a wood or bamboo handle, you can feel that. And we're just taking more time to pay attention. And once again, ask for your neck to be a little more free. Does that change anything? If not, who cares? We're taking time to pay attention and finding a little more space between the stimulus of something in your hand and the stimulus of an objective. Your objective is to brush your teeth. That is your goal. And you're going to get to it, but can we pay more attention in all the spaces in between? I won't guide you through all of your brushing your teeth in this moment, but I would love for you to, on your own time, notice how many pauses you can take while you're brushing your teeth. Can you start to pay attention to when you press a little harder, to when maybe you really grab in your bicep or tighten your arm unnecessarily? Is there any extra effort happening that you don't need? And what is it like to let that go? What is it like to, in those pauses where you notice you're working a little harder than you need to wish for your neck to be free again? And again, you may not notice anything when you ask for your neck to be free, when you ask for a little more release in your neck so that your head can rest on top of your spine and so that you can feel the distance between the top of your head and your feet on the ground. The goal is not to find something specific, but to instead allow new things to come up and let your experience be a little different each time. So as you take time practicing this pause, trust that there'll be a ripple effect, that you'll learn how to take a pause when things maybe feel a little more intense. And if brushing your teeth is not the exercise you want to explore here, I encourage you just to practice noticing every time you open the refrigerator door, pick up your water bottle, maybe sit in your desk chair, or walk through a specific threshold in your house, a specific doorway. Can you even just notice when those things happen? Building this awareness, taking this time to pay attention to you in your day-to-day is gonna have an effect. It's gonna create space in your life. And it's gonna teach you how to say no, because you're saying no to your habitual response. You're saying no to your automated response. When we say no to our reactive, our automated, our habitual responses, we create space for choice. And ultimately, with more space, we have more choice. And with more choice, we find freedom. So I wish you more space, more freedom, and good luck exploring the pause.